Have you ever wondered what would happen if the Earth just stopped? Imagine our beautiful blue marble spinning gracefully through space, suddenly grinding to a halt. What would that even look like? Well, it wouldn't be pretty. Let's explore this mind-bending, apocalyptic scenario. Right now, everything on Earth, including you, me, the oceans, and the atmosphere, is moving along with the planet's rotation at incredible speeds. At the equator, we're cruising at about 1,670 kilometers per hour. If the Earth were to stop spinning on a dime, inertia would take over. It's the same principle that throws you forward when a car slams on its brakes. But this isn't a fender bender. This is planetary whiplash. Instantly, everything not bedrock would be launched eastward at supersonic speeds. People, buildings, trees, topsoil all would be scoured from the surface and flung into a chaotic, globe-circling debris storm. The force would be so immense it would trigger seismic waves of unprecedented scale, shattering the planet's crust. Imagine earthquakes so powerful they make the Richter scale obsolete, happening everywhere at once. The initial moment would be one of pure, unimaginable destruction. It's not an asteroid or a nuclear war. It's the very laws of physics turning against us. But the chaos is just getting started. While the solid Earth has stopped, the atmosphere hasn't. It would continue to barrel around the planet at its original speed, creating winds that would make the most powerful hurricane look like a gentle breeze. We're talking hyper-hurricanes with speeds exceeding 1,000 kilometers per hour. These winds would circle the globe, eroding mountains down to their stubs and generating friction so intense it could ignite global firestorms. Anything that survived the initial inertial jolt would now be either sandblasted into dust or incinerated. And then there are the oceans. The water, driven by its own colossal momentum, would surge across the continents. These wouldn't be tsunamis as we know them. They would be planet-encompassing waves, kilometers high, washing over everything. Mount Everest, the highest point on Earth, would be submerged. These mega-tsunamis would slosh back and forth, dragging continents' worth of debris with them, until eventually, a new equilibrium is reached. What would that equilibrium look like without the centrifugal force from rotation to bulge the equator? Gravity would be the sole force shaping our planet's water. The oceans would migrate towards the poles, where gravity is slightly stronger. Over time, two massive polar oceans would form, covering the Arctic and Antarctic regions. In the middle, a single, gigantic supercontinent would emerge, encircling the globe along the former equator. This new landmass would be a barren, waterless wasteland, a stark testament to the world that was. Earth's geography would be rewritten in the most violent way imaginable. Now, let's talk about the new day and night cycle, or rather, the lack of one. With the Earth no longer rotating daily, its journey around the sun would dictate the cycle of light and dark. One side of the planet would face the sun for 6 straight months, while the other would be plunged into a 6-month-long night. This creates a planet of two extremes. On the sun-facing side, temperatures would soar. Without the cooling effect of night, the sun would beat down relentlessly. Temperatures would climb to well over the boiling point of water. The remaining surface water in lakes and rivers would boil away, creating a thick, scalding atmosphere. The ground itself would bake and crack under the relentless heat, turning the sunlit hemisphere into a sterile, furnace-like desert, far hotter than anywhere on Earth today. Life, as we know it, simply couldn't survive these conditions. Meanwhile, on the opposite side of the planet, the story is just as grim. In the 6-month-long night, without any sunlight, temperatures would plummet to unimaginable lows. We're talking hundreds of degrees below zero. The atmosphere would freeze, and gases like carbon dioxide and nitrogen would snow down onto the surface, blanketing it in exotic ice. This side of the planet would become a cryogenic wasteland, a dark, silent, and utterly frozen world. The only place with even a sliver of a chance for liquid water and potentially habitable temperatures would be the twilight zone, a narrow strip of land between the scorching day side and the frozen night side. Here, in a perpetual state of dawn or dusk, the sun would hang near the horizon. But this life zone would be under constant assault from the extreme temperature gradients on either side, generating ferocious, permanent winds as hot air from the dayside rushes towards the cold air of the nightside. It would be a world of eternal, violent storms. But even in this chaotic new world, a more insidious threat looms. Earth's rotation is crucial for our magnetic field. The spinning of the planet's liquid iron outer core creates a dynamo effect, generating the magnetosphere that shields us from harmful solar radiation and cosmic rays. If the Earth stops spinning, this dynamo would falter and eventually die. The magnetic field would collapse. Without this protective shield, our planet would be defenseless. The sun constantly bombards us with a stream of charged particles known as the solar wind. Without the magnetosphere to deflect it, this solar wind would slam directly into our atmosphere, stripping it away over time, much like what happened to Mars. More immediately, the surface of the planet would be bathed in lethal doses of radiation. Any potential life clinging on in the twilight zone would be sterilized. The auroras, those beautiful lights in the sky, would disappear, replaced by an invisible, deadly rain of particles. The sky itself might change as the radiation interacts with the remaining atmospheric gases. So, let's put it all together. The Earth stops spinning. An initial cataclysm flings everything eastward, pulverizing civilization and scouring the surface. Hyper-hurricanes and mega-tsunamis then reshape the planet, creating polar oceans and an equatorial supercontinent. The planet gets locked into a 6-month day and a 6-month night, creating a furnace on one side and a cryochamber on the other. Finally, the magnetic field collapses, leaving the surface exposed to deadly radiation that sterilizes the planet and strips away its atmosphere. It's a complete top-to-bottom apocalypse. Nothing survives. The scenario highlights just how incredibly fortunate we are. Our existence depends on a delicate, intricate dance of cosmic forces. The simple, constant rotation of our planet is one of the most fundamental pillars supporting life. It gives us our days and nights, drives our weather, shapes our oceans, and shields us from the harshness of space. It's a silent, constant gift we often take for granted. So next time you watch a sunrise, maybe take a moment to appreciate the incredible, high-speed journey you're on. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the hypothetical, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more mind-bending content. See you in the next one.